Hey everybody, it's Jess here with Blessed Jess. Thank you so much for watching. This is our weekly Bible study. I post these every single Friday. I am so glad you are joining me today. If you've missed any of the previous ones, it's no problem. You can just jump in where we are. If you want to go back and watch any of the ones that we've done in the past, you will find them all linked down below in the description box. But I'm really excited about this week's. It's probably maybe a little bit shorter than normal, but it's still a really, really good one. So if you are new, and I want to say also, I'm kind of filming this at a weird time of night, so I don't have the best lighting. I'm doing the best I can, so if it looks a little weird, that's why. But this is the book, I Deserve a Donut and Other Lies That Make You Eat, and it's by Barb Raveling. I'm not affiliated with this author. I think she's awesome, but I just want to say that this is just what I'm learning by reading her book. Doesn't mean that everything I say she's going to agree with or anything like that. She does not know who I am, so that's a little disclaimer. But I'm so glad you're here. Like I said, if you want to catch up, everything will be linked down below. Also, I wanted to mention, if you want to get this book, the book will be linked down below. There's also a Kindle version, and I have heard from all of you lovely people that there is a iPhone and an Android version of her app, which is also called I Deserve a Donut, and you can find all of the resources there as well, and that is a free version, so definitely check that out. I still have not downloaded it on my phone because my space is an issue on my phone, and I have the books. This was sent to me by an awesome subscriber several months ago, and I'm so thankful to actually have it because I love like highlighting stuff and writing stuff down that I want to chat with you guys about. So let's get started now that we got all that out of the way. Last week was a big one for me. We talked about failure eating, and I totally do that. I totally do that. And I've really been trying to stop that this week. I'm kind of in a season with my weight loss where I kind of feel like just giving up, honestly. I'm not going to give up, don't worry, but I'm just weary. I'm just tired. I'm tired of messing up, and I am kind of thinking of changing some stuff up, so everybody stay tuned for that. We'll be doing some future videos after vacation, but this week we're talking about garbage disposal eating. And this is a big issue for a lot of people, and for me too. It's something that I definitely can see that I've done before. So I'm just going to get comfortable here. When I think about garbage disposal eating, I think of two things, and I think she's mainly talking about the second thing, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. Sometimes, like, the first thing that comes to my head is when I'm in a binge kind of thing, and I'm just seriously just cramming food in, and it's not really a garbage disposal, but it's me trying to eat all my feelings until I'm full. And so I'm not really paying attention to what I'm eating. I'm not enjoying what I'm eating. I'm just cramming it in, kind of like a garbage disposal. So that's kind of the first thing, which I totally do that when I'm binging and struggling and stressed. I just cram things in. I don't taste them. I don't enjoy them. It's not something I really, would pick if I wanted to pick the most, thing I was wanting that time. But the kind of the more common thing, and I think kind of where she's going with garbage disposal eating, is the feeling of guilt. Like, okay, say you're at a restaurant and the food is there. You've paid for the food. It's already, been taken out of your bank account. If you eat half of it, you kind of feel like you wasted the money. If it's a buffet and you only eat a little bit, you feel like you didn't get your money's worth. And I think we all have had those feelings before. I'm sorry if the camera goes blurry. It doesn't like my lighting here. And kind of that feeling of not wanting to waste food, like feeling like, I've already paid for this, and there's so many people who would like this, and, the starving children in Africa that we all kind of think about. I'm not laughing because that's funny. It's just that's how we all think, like your food is going to help a starving child in Africa when you don't. You know what I'm saying? You overeating is not going to help anyone. It's actually going to hurt you. But we all kind of go there like, well, we already paid for the meal, and so I'm just going to eat it even though I'm full. I don't want to waste this food, and so I'm just go ahead and eat it. And I've totally done that. I've totally done that. And I want to say a lot of us have. So the first thing she always lists is some questions to ask yourself if you're struggling or you feel like you're going to struggle. Go through the questions. So she says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like this food? Is it something you even like? And I get like this sometimes, like I said, with a binging, where I don't even really like it. I mean, it's okay. It's not something I hate, but it's not something I love. It's just filling the void. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much does your body need this food? Are you hungry? Are you full? Do you need this food? Are you able to give this food away or save it for later without being tempted by it? If so, that would be the best option. If not, answer the following questions. So, is it something like, you could save the leftovers and take it home? However, I've done that before and been so tempted by it that it would have been better for me to leave it at the restaurant. Even though that's wasteful, and I feel like that's wasteful, it would have done me a better service to be thrown away than to eat it and be tempted by it and overeat and hurt my body. Is feeding this food to a body that doesn't need it more noble than throwing it in the garbage can? Can we all just say that again to ourselves? Is feeding this food to a body that doesn't need it more noble than throwing it in the garbage can? Is you throwing the food away that you already paid for, that's already been prepared, that some child that's hungry in another part of the world or another person in the world is hungry and they need it? Is throwing that food away worse than just overeating and hurting yourself? We really need to think about that, because a lot of times we feel guilt about throwing food away, and I've really tried to stop myself from that. It is something that I consciously have to stop myself from, because I feel that way too, like guilty about throwing food away. However, if you know that you're going to have a hard time not overeating, you need to throw the food away. And that's going to be better for you and better for everyone around you than taking it home and overeating it just so you don't waste it. Is it still going to waste if you feed it to a body that doesn't need it? If so, would it be better to throw it away in your body or in the garbage can? So she's saying, if you don't need this food, it's going to waste. You're just eating it and it's going to waste. And not only is it going to waste, it's going to hurt you. It's going to end up, on your body, because your body, it doesn't know what to do with it and it stores it as fat because you don't need it. So it's still going to waste. We need to relearn that. It's not wasteful to throw it away. It's more wasteful to eat it when we don't need it. Okay, number 6, is there anything you need to accept? Do you need to accept anything? Why are you tempted to overeat? Is it the fact that you feel guilty? What is it? Because a lot of times this is a bigger issue than just the food that you don't want to throw away. What is it? Is it because, as a child you were expected to clean your plate and that was noble and that was good and you got dessert when you cleaned your plate? Now we're adults, and if it's better for you to eat dessert first than to wait till the end of your meal to eat dessert, I say eat dessert first if that's going to be better for you. You're an adult now. You don't have to follow any certain rules with your food, except for the ones you've created for yourself. So let's picture we have let's say a cheeseburger, a salad. This is a weird meal, but a cheeseburger, a salad, and a chocolate chip cookie, okay? If you eat all of that, you're going to probably be overeating. You're going to be over on your points or whatever you're doing. You're going to be over full. How about if you start with the cookie? This might be against some of your boundaries, but I'm just saying, like me, I'm doing hunger and fullness, okay? So this is just an example for me. And I don't think this video is going to be so short. Okay, so maybe it would be better for me to eat the chocolate chip cookie, half the burger, and half the salad, and I'll be full, but it'll be easier for me to throw away the burger and the salad than to throw away the chocolate chip cookie, because I guarantee you I'm probably not going to throw away the chocolate chip cookie. So we need to think of it like that, and don't think of it in terms of rules like when you were a kid, I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then she goes into tips. Garbage disposal eating usually happens one of two places: at home when you're cleaning the table, or at a restaurant when you have too much food on your plate. If you struggle with this at home, Try renewing your mind before you do the dishes. That's a great tip. If you tend to overeat at restaurants, try ordering a to-go container as soon as you order your food. When your food arrives, decide on a healthy amount to eat and put the rest in the box. This will help you avoid eating just because it's there to eat. So I think that's a great idea, but like I said, and like she said, only do that if you can handle the to-go box being in your house, because if it's going to tempt you, it'd be better just to split it with someone, split the meal with someone, or just eat half and then send it back and just say, I don't want a box. And let go of the guilt of, well, I already paid for it. Like she said, it's still going to waste if you eat it and you don't need it. And it's actually doing harm to you then. And I think that sometimes I do the whole thing of cleaning the table. Like, I'll have the kids their food and they'll eat most of it, but there'll be a little bit left. And it's so hard not to like stick that chicken nugget in my mouth. They're like, oh, well, there's like one left, so I'll just eat it. That doesn't do anybody any favors. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. Like, that food, it's already been bought, prepared, whatever, and it's going to waste by me eating it. I might as well just throw it away. And just letting go of the guilt, because I think we all of this garbage disposal eating has to do with guilt. Guilt of throwing food away, feeling like we're wasting food. And I think it's powerful, like she said, to think about it's also wasteful to eat something that you don't need, and it's actually more wasteful. So what do you guys think about this? It's something that when I started intuitive eating and I started doing hunger and fullness, I really had to think about a lot, because with fullness and hunger, you only have a certain amount of room in your stomach before you're going to be full. So you really have to like prioritize your foods. Like I said with the chocolate chip cookie, you have to prioritize on what you want to eat first to make sure you have room for it. And then it's a lot easier to stop. I've had a lot of people say, and this is the hard part, and I've not done so good lately, I'm just going to be honest, but the hardest part with intuitive eating is not waiting for hunger. That is not hard. I mean, it can be, but it's not the hardest part. The hardest part is stopping when you're full. But I will say it's a lot easier to stop when you're full when you've eaten your favorite things first. When you've eaten the dessert, or you've eaten your favorite side dish, or you've eaten, like, letting go. I think a lot of us as kids, how we used to eat, and tell me if you guys did this too, how you used to eat is you would save your favorite thing for last. You know, whatever candy you had, like, so you had a mixture of candy, the piece you like, the color you like the most, like those Starburst. I always like the reds and the pink Starburst, so I would eat all the other Starburst and then I'd save the best for last. Well, let's change up our thinking. Let's do the best first, and then it's easier to get rid of those orange and yellows. No hate if you like the orange and yellows, that's just an example, but I just thought that I needed to share that, and it's something that I've been struggling with in the past, and I feel like I've done a lot better, which is saying, you know what, it's going in the trash. It doesn't help anyone in any other part of the world do better, feel better for me to eat this and not throw it in the trash. Just throw it in the trash. And of course, if you can save it for later or split it with someone or do anything like that, then fine, that's great. Do that, and then it doesn't go to waste. But if you can't, then just throw it away and let go of the guilt. Let go of all of that negative energy. So that is this week's lesson. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Sometimes I really feel unqualified to be teaching you guys because I'm learning right along with you. Next week, we are going to talk about good food eating. Okay. I'm not even sure what that means, so we're going to be all learning together. It is 2 pages this week. It is 43 and 44. Kind of have some ideas that maybe it could be, but I'm excited to read it and kind of figure out what she's talking about, good food eating. And then the next week is going to be holiday and vacation eating, which is going to be perfect because I'm going to be coming back from vacation and reading this. So maybe I should read it before I go, and that would help. So anyway, let's say a prayer, and I really thank you guys for joining me. I know it's a little bit different than the normal videos I do here on YouTube, but it is seriously my favorite video to share with you guys because I get to share my faith with you, and you know what? That is the most important thing I can share because honestly, having a relationship with Jesus has changed my life, and I don't know how people get through their day without Him because I get asked so many times, like, how do you stay calm and how do you deal with things? And I'm not perfect. I am not perfect, y'all, at all. I have a lot of work to do, but it is all Him. It is all Him. And I can have joy even though some days I don't feel happy. I can have joy because I have Him in my life and He helps me so much. So if you don't have a relationship with Jesus, I just feel led to say, I would love to pray with you. Reach out, find somebody you can pray with, and just cry out to God. You don't even need somebody praying for you. Just cry out to God. He is right there. No matter what you're going through, no matter what situation you're facing, He is right there, and He is a good Father. He is so good to His children. So let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for this lesson, God. Thank you so much for teaching us and helping us grow closer to you, closer to each other. I pray for everyone watching, God, and everyone listening right now. I pray that you would just wrap your arms of love around them, God, because you are a good Father. You have good things in store for us, God. Help us drop the shame and the guilt that comes along with this garbage disposal eating, God, that we would just be able to see food as a tool. And if we don't need any more, that we'd be able to stop. We'd be able to throw away without any shame, without any guilt. God, that food will be a fuel, something to be enjoyed, but also just a necessity of life, God. And that when we're full, we can stop. We can turn away because we know that our true value and our true fulfillment comes from you. I pray blessings over every single person in this study, God. I pray that they would draw closer to you as we draw closer to each other. Thank you so much. In your name, amen. Okay, guys, so that is it for this week. I'll be back next week to talk about good food eating, so make sure you read those pages, and I'll talk to you guys later. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Please subscribe if you're new. I will see you all later. Bye, everybody. You and I till the